Whoa, that's the magnified side. No. It does not taste good. Don't taste it. Ugh. Hey guys, it's Brittany. Today I'm going to be doing my winter foundation routine. It finally decided to become winter where I live, so my skin is really feeling it right now. So I've been trying to do hydrating stuff because my skin is flaking like a mofo. So let's jump right in and get started. So I'm going to start off with my Therapeutics Moisturizing Tint SPF 30. It's in light. I use this as my everyday moisturizer and it just gives a little bit of coverage, so when I just want something quick, I'll throw this on and be on my way. I'm actually going to be using two primers today. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. That, and then also I got a sample, or yeah, this is a sample size, right? Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydrating Primer. So I'm going to go ahead and put the hydrating primer on first. I'm going to put that really on my cheeks and right around my nose, because that's where I tend to get really dry, like right here on the sides of my nose. Even if I exfoliate, I still have flakes. It's really annoying. Then I'm going to top that with the L'Oreal primer. Have to shake it up, it separates because it gets so cold in my house. I'm just doing this to give me a little bit of a glow. I do use highlighters, but I really like the radiance this gives. It makes the skin look really healthy and natural, and especially with the foundation I'm going to be using. And one more primer. I'm using another sample. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I like this stuff a lot. I like under eye primers because I do have dark circles and I do get dry under my eyes. I have such weird skin. I get dry under my eyes, my lids get oily, my nose, the side of my nose gets dry, but my actual nose gets oily. It's a struggle over here. And then I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Face and Body. I bought this when I went to New York and visited one of the Makeup Forever boutiques. They custom mixed my shade and I have no idea what shades they are, so hopefully they have it on my file. I really like this foundation. It's a water-based gel formula, I believe. And it's really lightweight, waterproof. I don't set this foundation. I don't feel the need to. Most of Makeup Forever's foundations are waterproof, transfer proof, long wearing, all of that snazzy stuff. It doesn't accentuate any kind of imperfections. That's why I like to use it for when I have dry flakies from the winter time. So I'm going to apply that. I'm going to initially apply it with my fingers, and then I'm going to go on to a Real Techniques buffing brush. And I'm not applying a lot. I don't want to get a ton of coverage. I just want something to even out my complexion. Let me get a mirror. I can't see. Whoa, that's the magnified side. No. So I'm just applying it in downward motions on my cheeks, because you get those the white hairs, the vellus hairs on your cheeks, and if you brush up, it'll really bring those hairs to the forefront, and we do not want that. Alright, so see, it gave me a really light coverage. I don't like too heavy of a coverage. The only time I even use a full coverage foundation is if I'm doing like a full-on glam look. So I'm going to take the Benefit Erase Paste because I have these lovely circles, and it's in number 2, I want to say. So I'm just going to really apply that to where I get the darkest. You just want to lightly tap that in. You really need like the tiniest amount. I don't know if you can see that. That's how much I put on. It's a really thick consistency, so you don't want to put a ton, because if you put a ton, it's going to crease. And I just use my fingers. Because it really warms up the product. You can use like a beauty blender. I use a beauty blender sometimes. I just washed mine, it's in the kitchen, and I didn't feel like grabbing it. Oh well. So next I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I used to be addicted to the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, but I just can't justify buying a $30 concealer ever. Like it's expensive. I love it. It's beautiful, but I like the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It does its job. It's pretty. It doesn't crease. Job well done. So this is in 15, which is actually, strangely enough, the lightest color. There's 10, but 10 seems to be a tad bit darker. And for us fair girls, you can see that little monster right there. For us fair girls, it doesn't really work. So I just do a little tiny bit of highlighting with this. I guess we're going up our nose. I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques contour brush. I really like this because it fits really nicely under my eyes. I'll use this or the Beauty Blender, and both work great, but I just kind of tap in the concealer under the eyes so it doesn't move any of the coverage or the concealer around. And I need a good bit of coverage underneath my eyes.
So just tap, 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 tap. And see how it's already kind of brightened up my face? Just make sure to blend it out with the rest of the foundation. And on the norm, I really like to keep my freckles visible. I love my freckles, so I'm just going to go in and tap off some of that foundation that I put on my nose. So I'm looking out of the mirror right here. I can't really see my viewfinder.
Just blending it out, blending it out. And actually I'm going to add a little bit more concealer. So moving on, I'm going to use a tiny bit of Benefit's Well Rested, which I am almost out. This thing has had better days. This is one of those, it's some kind of, I think it's a QVC. This is a duo combo thingy for Bare Minerals. It's Bisque Multitasking Face, which is an awesome facial concealer. Like this little guy right here, he's really red. I would use him if a concealer is not really doing its job. Bisque Multitasking Face works wonders. And so does the Well Rested Eyes. I'm going to use the Well Rested Eyes to set my under eyes. I'm just using that same Real Techniques brush. A little bit more. And just take it down to those areas where I want it to be a little bit brighter. Another Makeup Forever product, it's the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. I really like this stuff. I've heard mixed reviews about it. Maybe I just am biased because I really like Makeup Forever stuff. But I really like it, and I'm almost gone. I'm gonna have to make a visit to Sephora soon. And I'm just gonna lightly mist my face. Oh, it does not taste good. Don't taste it. Ugh. Okay. And that's my everyday winter foundation routine. I really don't do too much. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.
Is it recording?
Mm-hmm. You see there a dab in the corner?
Why is it, what are you doing?
I'm doing a foundation routine.
And you're filming yourself just doing this?
Well, yeah, because I can cut it out. I was looking up something about this foundation. What? You look cute on camera, we know.
I was gonna take a picture.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.